What is happening, everybody? TK back again. TK and drinks. You know how we do it here on this channel. Today I'm bringing you another honest mead review, and this is another one in the series from the Home Brew Review. My buddy Carlos over there at Texas Longhouse Mead in Texas. I can't remember what part of Texas he's in. We'll put it up here on the screen. Was kind enough to send me a couple bottles in the mail. One of them I reviewed during our interview where we did the meeting of the minds. Go back and check that out. Probably put the link down below, and you can go ahead and see me review his great mead project entry. It was mango, it was habanero, it was delicious, it was amazing, had great color to it. You can watch me and John Duncan wax on about it and shower Carlos with all sorts of praise because it was that delicious. So go check it out for sure. And if you like what you're hearing so far and you want to see more reviews from TK and drinks, hit that subscribe button, hit that notify bell, hit that like, all that stuff. Appreciate you. I see you out there. Thank you so much. The other one that Carlos, my man, sent me was this carbonated peach one that he did. He didn't put any other information out there, and I completely forgot, as I tend to do on TK and drinks, what he said, so I don't remember if it's how strong it is. I think it's going to be leaning on the Hydromel to standard on the lower side, if I remember right, which I probably don't, but we'll get it popped open. We're gonna give it a taste, but we're gonna get a slow pour in while we do it. Boom. Pardon the dirty Darth Maul glass. It's the only thing I had at the moment, and I didn't really feel like washing anything else, if I'm being completely honest. So there it is. But it's not so dirty that I can't judge this peach mead that my buddy Carlos sent me. And I have to be honest, it has this like very light peach hue to it. It almost looks like if you took like a peach Jolly Rancher back when they used to make those. I don't know if they still do anymore. It's been a long time since I had Jolly Ranchers, but they used to make a peach one, and it was this very light peach colors. It was a great hue, actually. It was my favorite Jolly Rancher, to be honest. And this looks like something that had that involved with it. Like you soaked it in there a little bit. Very light essence through there. Just off brilliant, or it's developing brilliance. It's still got a bit of a haze to it, especially through a little bit murky glass. I'm pretty sure it's not all the way brilliant. It's not just the glass. Lots of bubbles left over from the pour. Lots of bubbles being generated from the carbonation. Clear meniscus on there. Looks like it's got a pretty decent body on it. I'm getting a little bit of fruity whiffs on there. Got a little bit of something sweet and spicy. It tends to break away and wash down real quick, so probably going to be on the lower ABV side if I had to guess. It does have a nice bright peach smell to it. A little bit on the artificial side. It smells like a good peach candy to me, like a really high-end, like a peach Jolly Rancher. It's this very bright tropical type of peach smell to it, almost like a white peach if you've ever had one of those, where it's a bit sweeter, brighter, more tropical and floral as opposed to that. I call it like that. Those, like, you get those like cling peaches. It's just because I hate cling peaches, I call them dirty, because it's just like that pit flavor is always kind of sucking into the peach. It never kind of really gets away from that, so it has that kind of like bitter tannic type of a taste to it throughout the whole peach, and I don't really care for that. But this again doesn't have that. It has that bright, true white peach, Saturn peach, something like that to it going on. You know, light sweetness from the honey in there as well. All right, let's give it a taste. It's very lightly sparkling. I like that. It doesn't. I'm not a huge fan of like lots of carbonation. Like that's why I don't drink a lot of soda. But this gives you that brightness. It washes over your mouth and just gives that micro oxidization. All those little bubbles just across your whole tongue and light it up real quick, and then just goes away. It doesn't like come spurting out your nose and make you feel like you gotta like sneeze or something. There's just so much extra carbonation. It's very pleasant in that way. Again, light peach. The best way I can explain it is peach Jolly Rancher. It has that light peach characteristic to it. It's not overwhelming. You get the honey sweetness in there that adds to it, that lingers. It helps draw that flavor across the palate and lets it sit there for a while and makes it more memorable in your mouth. Very light body to it, other than the carbonation that kind of like makes it bright and wake up and sparkle. But other than that, crushable. I'm glad he put these in 12-ounce bottles, because you can just pop that thing, and no reason to even pour it into a mug. I mean, if you want to look at it and evaluate it, you can get yourself the mug full and all that. But I say just pop the bottles and slug these all day. This is a brilliant summer drinker. If you're into something like that, you could add a little pinch of spice to it in the winter time and make it like a little peach cobbler type thing, like a light peach spiced cider or something, sparkling mead going on. I'm all about that too. So let's get Carlos a scorecard here. And that scorecard looks like a 42 for my man Carlos. Again, we're giving him 8 out of 10 for that bouquet and the aroma. Light, airy, peachy, right off the bat. Light sweet honeyness in there as well. No fermentation notes, no alpha alcohol, no esters of alcohol, nothing going on there as far as any of that goes. Just light, simple peach airiness, sweetness. 6 out of 6 on the appearance. It does everything it's supposed to do. It looks the peach color. It has the carbonation bubbles and everything in it. It has a clear meniscus. It doesn't have any particulates or anything in it. I mean, that's a 6 in my book. 20 out of 24 on the flavor. I'd like to see just a little bit more balance between the acidity and the sweetness. It's got the carbonation in there. It doesn't give me any astringency back there. Maybe that's just my own personal little preference, but all in all, again, 20 out of 24 on the flavor, because of that delicious peach character to it, the honey sweetness that gives it a more memorable mouthfeel and helps drag that peach characteristic through and carry it on. That light carbonation in there, the bubbles that wake up the tongue, wake up the palate. It's fantastic. Love it. All in all, this is 8 out of 10, giving me a total of 42 out of 50. I would say I would buy this, bottle it up. Let's get Carlos a commercial license. Let's get him a meadery, everybody. Let's somebody start a GoFundMe page. Let's get the ducats that guy's way, and let's start getting bottles of this flowing out to the public, because this is one of the better carbonated meads I've had. I'm absolutely in love with this. And 4.2, 42 out of 50, whatever you want to look at it, I think is a solid score, and easily a great score for a flagship mead for your meadery. So you asked me to be as honest as I can, Carlos, and I wanted to be brutal and be mean to it. I had to do that recently to somebody else who's my friend, but in this instance I couldn't do it. I wanted to find flaws in it, but I just because you asked me to. Normally I try to go into a mead and try to find everything that's good and wonderful about it, but you asked me to look for the funkiness and see if I could be mean. I couldn't. I like it. 42 out of 50. Hit up Carlos when he gets his meadery going. If you're at any competitions that he's at, stop by his booth, say hi. If that's how it works, I don't know. But if you know Carlos, if you ever run into him, say hi to him, because he's a great dude, and if you're lucky, you'll get to try some of his stuff. Until the next mead review, interview, or however we do, thank you, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.